Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. It's your brother Shamar Nayah here again today with another lesson. And basically, I just want to go into, Esau Edom and their wickedness being, revealed. You see, you have today, that a lot of nations, and Jake and some Edomites, which some Edomites they could be a confusion of face. Those that appear as heathen nation, but are when you trace back the lineage, they go back to Jake. They're starting to see who the problem of the earth is, and it's no other than Esau Edom, who is the so-called white man. Ever since these devils have came into power, you have been destroying the earth, poisoning the food, the water, the air, making species of animals go extinct, making the living here in Babylon the Great or any place, nothing more than hardship. They also continuously make war with other countries that you yourself, Esau Edom, don't even fight. You don't even fight your own wars. You see, and then they continuously make unrighteous laws and the injustice that goes on the earth. It's all done by your hand, Esau, and everyone is sick of it, and all your wickedness and all your wickedness is being uncovered. You see, and you are being revealed as that man of sin. You see. So the first precept I'm gonna bring out is 2 Thessalonians 2:3, and it reads, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." You see, and this is who Esau Edom is. Who is the so-called white man. He is that man of sin, because again, the so-called white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And you can look at the acts of this nation and how he fits that description. You see. Next precept I'm gonna go to is Job 9:24. This is Job 9:24, and it reads, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" You see, because looking back in history, if the so-called white man who is Esau Edom isn't the wicked, who is? Because only Esau has committed acts like genocide, slavery to a certain degree, and again destroying the earth to this state. Us like it have been destroying the earth to this scale that the wicked is being talked about. Is you, Esau? Literally everything I mentioned, at the beginning of the lesson, are the doings of you Edomites, you devils. And when you mention, who the devil really is, Christianity will have the world thinking that it's an entity down in hell, but no. that's not who this devil is being talked about. That's not what it is. That devil being spoken of is Esau Edom, the nation that has been causing destruction on the planet Earth ever since they came into power. You see, the wicked. Next precept I'm gonna bring out is Malachi 1. So again, Malachi 1:4. This is Malachi 1:4, and this reads, "Whereas whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will continue and build the desolate places, thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever." You see, So there again are a set of people on the planet Earth that the Lord will have indignation for with forever. You see, and when you go into that word indignation, let's get it real quick. Salakia. It goes to denounce, to express indignation, to be indignant, to have indignation, be indignant. But when you, let me see if I can get it. See if I can get it. Let me see if I can get it in here. See if it brings it out. Salakia. Con. This is indignant, meaning meaning feeling or showing anger because something that is unfair, unjust, or wrong. You see, and this is what Esau has, done. This is how he moved, like being on earth, showing unfair treatment to everyone. You see, no nation of people have no experience of the treacherous ways of Esau Edom. You see, a precept out that comes to mind when I say that, Psalms 55. So like it, 55 and 20, starting right there. This is Psalms 55 and 20, and it reads, "He hath put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant." And that's what Esau Edom does, that they go around making covenants with people, making treaties with people, and end up fucking breaking them. Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man, has never really shown any type of righteousness. They always breaking in covenants with people, or their treaties, or their peace treaties, or their alliances, and always end up stabbing them in the back. And the next precept goes right until I say right with what I say. This is Psalms 55 and 21, and it reads, "His words, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter." He's going around making peace treaties, making covenants, promises, peace alliances and stuff like that. But war was in his heart, and that's what they, again, as I stated, that's what they do. That they always go around breaking the covenants and showing you, showing you that sword. Perfect example, the example that I always bring out, the thing that happened with the Gadites. They came over into this land, promising, having a covenant or an alliance or a peace with the Gadites, and what did they end up doing? You see, and that's the nature of, again, Esau Edom. You see, finishing up, his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Yeah, and that's, again, like I said, the nature of Esau Edom. And seeing the events in history, the scriptures are becoming clear. While the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua has indignation, towards Esau. And this is why in 2 Thessalonians, it talks about a son of perdition being revealed, because right now, there's a veil over the earth. You see the world has again been deceived into thinking that this devil who is Esau is just pure in goodness, but the Bible speaks of Esau deceiving the world. And a precept we can get that is Revelation 20, and start at 7. This is Revelation 20 and 7, and it reads, "And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison." Verse 8, "And shall go out and deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, to number of whom is as the sand of the sea." You see, so when them Edomites came down from them caves, dragging their knuckles, and they came into power through the Renaissance, the Rebirth era. They came and started changing history, changing the paintings of the prophets in the heavenly host, that iconoclasm. And again, changing the history. They started rebranding everything. Getting rid of the biblical names of nations and calling them Chinese, Japanese, African, things of that nature. You know, they again rebranding everything, and is they're started deceiving the world. But now that the veil is being pulled back, and the truth about everything is coming forth, and the scriptures talk about that. Isaiah 25 and 7. This is Isaiah 25 and 7, and it reads, "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations." You see? So again, see all the lies that were told, the acts that you tried to cover up, it's all being revealed, Esau. And this is the Lord's doing. And this is nothing, there's nothing that you can do. You see? Because for so long the earth was under, the lies that you were told. And it gets under Esau Edom's skin that the truth is being brought out about his actions, and he hates it. He hates that his wickedness is being exposed, because that's all all the Edomites create. It is wickedness. See, precept I want to back this up is Jeremiah 13 and 23. This is Jeremiah 13 and 23, and it reads, "Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard change his spot? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil." You see? Meaning that no, a Ethiopian cannot change his skin, or a leopard can't change his spot. You see? Just as Esau Edom is, comes to do, just as it comes, to Esau Edom, being wicked. He can't change his ways, because again, this is his nature of things. You see, and they hate, again, to back up that point. They hate that their wickedness is being revealed. That the truth about their actions is being revealed. A precept I want to bring out about that is 2nd Esdras 6 and I'm gonna go to 27. This is 2nd Esdras 6 and 27, and it reads, "For his evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched." Verse 28, "As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared." You see? And as we see, that truth is being declared, via social media, the internet, and most importantly, through the men of the Lord that are out on the highways and byways, bringing out the truth of this devil, and that are prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom, which is America, Babylon the Great, your kingdom, Esau. So that again, like I said, the man of sin is being revealed every single day through the actions that they do across the world, and the nations are sick of it, man. And there's nothing that you can do, because this is the will of the Lord. So with that, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who are well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. To the next time, Shalom.